This is where we belong.
Hi guys, and welcome to another video with Zen the Freemaker, and welcome to Starfield. This is where we belong. That's right, you scallywags, this is where we belong. In this video, I want to talk about the Frontier. Now, the Frontier is the ship that is allocated to us at the start of the game. And it is in this ship we're going to do a hell of a lot of exploring, space battles, and whatever else we want to do. So why am I talking about the Frontier? Well, first off, this is one ship that we can expand on. You know, we can take it apart, and this is what this video is about. It's about shipbuilding, but focused around the Frontier. Everybody is excited about this aspect of the game where we can build our own ships. We can build them as big as we like or as funky as we like. The imagination just is unlimited. Shipbuilding is not going to be a cheap process. In fact, it's going to be a very expensive process. So even if you played the game for, I'd say 100 hours, let's say, I don't think you're going to be able to upgrade it in the way you think you can upgrade it. It's going to take a lot longer. And I'm just giving an educated guess. I have been thinking about this with great depth and came up with kind of a solution for you to expand your, ships. Two ways you can do this. You can either leave the ship as it is and continue with your adventures, but also you can hijack other ships and make it part of your arsenal as well. Now, of course, that's great. One thing I don't know, can we take that ship apart and then use those parts in our Frontier? I'm not 200% sure about that. That's just something I just thought in my head. Or we can just take it easy by simply focusing on a few things. And those things are weapons, shields, engines, but definitely the graph system. So if I had to go in order, weapons, shields, graph system, and then possibly the engines on the fourth. I wouldn't focus so much on making the ship larger, because I think because this is a very expensive process, it'll eat all your money just in seconds. One of the things you'll have to do and focus hard on is the resource collecting, creating that passive income so that you can actually do these things. Otherwise, it will take a long time for you to build a ship. Phil Spencer spent, say, 200 hours on his game, and he never mentioned about him expanding his ship. If he had expanded his ship, I think he would have made a big hoo-ha about it, or he maybe just forgot in the interview. But personally, I think it's something that we have to really think carefully about. It's not going to be a walkthrough to do it. That's my point. Okay, I just want to make a quick mention about exploration, and this is a bit important. I kind of left it out in the last video. It's regarding, exploring the entire planet. Now, in the game, there will be between 3 to 5 locations per planet where the game will say, hey, go there. All right. Now, as you know, these tiles, which are specific to instructing you to go there, are very detailed and full of, the objectives that you want to cover. But you can still explore other parts of the planet as well, which won't have as much detail, but still have resources. And I think this is important to make clear, because already Todd has spoken about this and covered this topic. Yes, you can explore the entire planet. There are 3 to 5 locations, but of course, if you want to go to a location which is, it's not the the location that they are telling you to go to, but you want to go there anyway, you can. One of the designers from Bethesda also mentioned that this game could actually last up to 10 years. So that's quite a big claim. I mean, if you Google the playability, lastability for the predictions for playing this game, and they're talking 200 hours plus. Of course, the game's not even out now, we don't know. But, I'll give you an example. I've been playing Napoleon Total War, for example, for almost 10 years. So, but that's going backwards and forwards, back again, completing it, then going back to it again. But this game is a lot bigger, a lot more adventurous, so maybe we could be looking at that. It all depends on, like expansion packs and DLCs. Talking of DLCs, I have heard the news that the expansion pack won't be launched with the game. Now, I could be wrong, could have misread, but you know, some of you guys can confirm, you know, in the comments whether I'm telling the truth or not. But also, they say that the expansion pack won't affect the game. So I'm trying to understand, what the hell do they mean by that? Is the expansion pack what, has nothing to do with the game? And they're calling it Shattered Space, so it has to do with the artifacts, I'm pretty sure, but it's just the way they worded it that the expansion pack won't affect the game. Or I mean, what do they mean by that? That's kind of bothering. And also, it's not launching on the day anyway, so why did we buy the premium pack under the assumption that when we buy the game we're getting the expansion pack on the day? So that's also quite disturbing from my point of view anyway. Tell me what you guys think. You know, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this as well. So going back to the ship, the Frontier, we're going to have to really get our head around using this ship. There's quite a few you know, aspects to this ship which I think is going to be enjoyable when flying. For example, we can adjust the dynamics of the ship through shields, engines, laser guns, etc. So for example, we can actually allocate power to, say for example, to our graph system, because when you're jumping you're not using any weapons, for example, you're just relying on the engines and shields. But when you're in battle, for example, you don't rely on the graph system, so you can allocate that power also to the weapons and shields. It's quite you know, hands-on. It's not just, you know, a fly around. You do have to do something to make that ship work for you. And also, I think, you know, the more time you spend with the Frontier and become an expert in using it, you will have more fun. Now, this was said that even during flight, you can walk around your ship. So that's also a pretty good aspect of the game as well. So again, I haven't seen that in the game, but it was, you know, mentioned. So that's something to look forward to as well. So just to recap on the Frontier, you need to prioritize what you want for your ship. And I would begin with the weapons, the shields, definitely the graph system, engines a little later in the game, but definitely those three first. And then of course, as you progress and create more income, you'll feel more confident to say, you know what, I'm going to expand not just the engines, I'm going to add other aspects to the ship to make it even more funkier. Of course, I haven't looked in detail at what is on offer, how many other elements you can add to the ship, but I'm sure it's going to be quite a bit. You know, maybe a tractor beam, and that's something that's definitely going to be needed. Last thing I will mention, today is the 29th. There's just about another, say, 11 hours left until I download my copy of Starfield, and hopefully within 48 hours from then I'll be able to play. So wish me luck, fingers crossed. So I think I'll end the video here, and I would like to hear your thoughts on what you think you're going to be doing with the Frontier, and I look forward to your comments. So once again, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like and also support my channel by subscribing today, and until next time, ciao for now.